Welcome to Extreme Technologies. You know, whether it's your home or your business, you have a lot more invested in a foundation than just concrete and bricks. Everything you have above ground depends on it. That's why our approach to foundation repair is to deliver a total solution, one that not only fixes the damage you see, but includes the technology to solve problems below ground as well. Let me show you what I mean. Now, all foundations experience some amount of settlement, but when the degree of settlement is excessive, the cause is usually uncompacted backfill or even trash pits left over from construction. Drainage problems can also wash away the support your foundation depends on. Either way, until you deal with this lack of support, any repairs made to the foundation won't last. The solution? Well, at Extreme Technologies, we offer several, but in many cases, it starts with pressure grouting, using a technology known as soil stabilization. The idea is simple. You can replace much of the volume lost to settlement, rebuilding the strength of the soil from within. In most cases, in our geographical area, this is done by permeating the ground with a microfine mixture of cement. However, when poor soil conditions run deep, sometimes it's better to use a much thicker grout and create pressure bulbs. Strategically placed, these bulbs recompact the ground beneath the structure. They can also prevent problems from any unseen sinkholes. This technology is known as compaction grouting. Of course, there are times when just stabilizing the soil isn't enough, and in those situations, delivering a total solution may call for a totally different technology. Again, the idea here is simple. After attaching support brackets to the foundation, steel piers are used to transfer the weight off the softer ground and down to a layer of bedrock below. However, while the idea behind steel underpinning is simple, the technology involved demands extremely experienced hands, along with the right tools and materials, which is why all of our equipment and materials are made by Magnum Piering, a proven leader in underpinning technology. Another benefit of this system is its ability to raise a foundation without damaging the structure. And to prevent any future settlement in nearby areas, underpinning is sometimes combined with pressure grouting. In fact, there are some circumstances where combining pressure grout with a pier system is the only way to achieve a complete repair. Case in point, slabs that crack and sag are usually caused by a void beneath the concrete. Now, in open areas, sagging can be corrected by injecting grout, filling the void, and pushing the slab back into position. However, if that same slab supports a load-bearing wall, the intense pressure required to lift that part of the slab could easily damage the surrounding concrete. The solution is the Magnum Slab Jack system. It involves the use of steel piers, raising the slab back to level before locking it into position with a locking pin. And when used in combination with grout, the result is balanced repair with enough pressure grout to support the slab while providing the structure with the weight-bearing strength of the steel pier. Of course, everything you've seen so far is just a sample of the projects we complete on a routine basis. Our company uses these same technologies for projects in well and pipe abandonment, along with dam repair. For additions to an existing structure, we install pier systems for added support and safety. And once the foundation is set, our services also include waterproofing and concrete restoration. Typically, this kind of repair calls for the use of special epoxies and chemical grouts. Yet, even the strongest epoxy couldn't handle the next type of repair. For that, you need one of the most innovative technologies in the business. Whenever part of a structure is below ground, there's always the risk that the earth pushing against it will eventually have its way, pushing and bowing the supporting wall. But the solution isn't pushing back. Instead, holes are drilled through the wall and to the ground behind it. A helix pier is then installed and drilled until it reaches ground strong enough to provide an anchor. An adapter and wall plate are then attached and secured by a locking bolt. And instead of pushing against the ground, turning these bolts actually pulls the wall back toward alignment. Not bad, huh? And even better is the fact that almost all of the technologies you've just seen also play a role in new construction. For example, before laying a new foundation, engineers will often ask our company to perform geotechnical services, such as pre-stabilizing the soil, or work with one of our technicians to design and install custom pier systems. The fact is, many of the biggest names in construction today trust our company as a valuable resource, and our more than 20 years of combined experience includes work for some of the most extreme projects in the Southeast, like Sumter Regional Hospital, the Chattahoochee Fish Hatchery, and MARTA, just to name a few. And along with our experience, we also take a lot of pride in the quality of our people. All our crews are employed directly by Extreme Technologies, and each crew member has been thoroughly trained for the job. We also don't consider a job complete until all equipment and debris has been removed from your property. When we're done, the only thing you'll see is a professional repair you can be proud of. Extreme Technologies is fully licensed and insured, certified by the trade associations of our industry, and a proud member of the local Chamber of Commerce. And since we're owner-operated, there's a good chance you'll shake hands with one of the owners. In short, we've gone through a lot of effort to make sure that the foundation of our company is as solid as the foundation solutions we offer our customers, whether it's for business or for our neighbor down the street. Extreme Technologies. For foundation repairs, we deliver a total solution.